I've got a kiln unload here. Lots of really interesting glaze combinations using Mayco, Amaco, Spectrum glazes. Let's get into it. If you don't know me, my name's Andrea. My channel is Ruby A Ceramics. The A is the Ruby A is for Andrea. I don't mind if you call me Ruby though, that's fine. I am based in the UK, but I am originally from Canada, just to explain the weird accent. And I have a kiln load of stoneware. I always fire, or tend to always fire, to cone 5 with a 10-minute hold, which gives me the heat work of a cone 6. I can tell you that that's pretty much where we got to. So that was 4, 5, and then 6 started to bend over. My poor 5 cone was already gone, but we'll assume that that had bent enough. I'm fine with that. 5 to 6 is a good place for me. I have a lot of new glazes, new to me, and I've done a couple of combinations in here, which I haven't seen anybody else try, so I am really curious as how they will work out. Hopefully good, hopefully not ugly. I will show you in either case, and then you will know not to do it if it's ugly, or to adjust it or do something. Clearly I've looked at the top. You can see the roof is open. Well, the lid. I must be one of the only people who hasn't named her kiln. It just hasn't come to me yet. I don't believe in naming things if just to force the issue. Okay, so let's see. I might just readjust you a little bit here. Ooh, that's not bad, because then I can just squat down to look at you. Okay, because yeah, I'm still in frame. Right, first things first, what should we do? Well, this is a little tray. This is for the brownie group. If you watched any of my others, I'm going to be doing with some brownies, some little experiments. So this is just to give them some ideas of what to do. This is very thin, well, like for brownies for doing their first go. So probably make that a bit thicker. Just going to do it with stroking coats, and that's what these were. I really like this color. I'm not going to go through them all because this was on mishmash of colors. But that was teal next time, and the teal next time turns quite green. It's still a little bit bluey, but very greeny still, so interesting. This was an ornament. I just refired it because I'd had a bare patch on it. Now it's not bare anymore. No big deal. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Ooh. I saw another YouTuber, Jamie Meador. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She has been posting for ages, and this was one of her older videos. You hear that? It's a noisy heart. I really like it. You like my writing on it? I thought my handwriting was quite good there. Gosh, it's not very often I use my joined up writing or script, so it's quite good. The back here is sort of a matte purple. I should have wiped away that dip there. It was dipped. It's a glaze my friend and I got from someone else who's getting rid of the glazes that weren't working for her. Really, really pretty purple, matte color. Little dry, so maybe 6 would work better for it. I did about a 3-second dip in there. And then this was red gloss, and then I put Botz Plus on it. It's the first time using Botz Plus because I thought this might be a bit more of a floating glaze, not a floater. Floating glaze, and so I wanted this to sort of have a bit of a floating look rather than just red gloss, which is what it is along the side here. I will link the video where Jamie makes these so you can learn how to make it yourself. It's cute. I just wanted to try it. Bit too much effort for a regular item, but a bit fun for me. What do we? I'll show you this dish. I made some of these before. You may have seen. This time I've put seaweed on there. Just Amaco seaweed straight coats. I think it was 3 coats because I know for Amaco, for me, always needs more coats than otherwise. And then on the back, I did. I wanted to try out this green engobe from Botz. It's bamboo. It's the color it's called. And then that was red gloss. I just put into the indentations and then pulled back. Hope you like it. I like it. It was just an experiment. It's a little rough, as you would expect for an 𝐈𝐭, but it's a nice color, actually. I might try it on other pieces where I don't want the bare clay to show. And I did this on the bisque, not on the green one. Okay, last three things on this shelf are a few mushrooms, which were for some taste trials here. So this mushroom I did seaweed, and then I put one coat of waiting for the brain to kick in, Celadon Bloom from Mayco on top. So that's how that looked. And then underneath was just the seaweed. Turned quite brown with that texture because there's a lot of texture. So I would definitely not use that. I think I will push you up a little bit just so that I don't have to keep doing squats. But I do like it with the blooms on it. Definitely going to try that on a bigger piece. Yeah, that'll be cool. Lots of blue coming through with that. Now these two are quite nice. I hung these up, and I had ordered some Kanthal wire, and I wasn't really paying attention to the thickness of it, and this was way too thick to use as the little loop of what I have in these mushrooms. So instead I used them for hanging off the wire, which I thought was quite a clever idea. So they worked quite well. Definitely will use them again. And that's mirror black on texture. Really pretty, sort of a gray on the flat bits and then deep blue on the other bits. Sorry, you're on my phone and it's hard to get it clear, but hopefully you can get a feel for that. And then that was red gloss underneath. Just red gloss. Pretty pleased with that. That looks good. That with a red ribbon would be, or black ribbon would be really nice. And then this one, I was very interested to try. And I'm just taking a look at it. Nothing wrong with it, but it's very interesting. It's Pazzler Gold. So that goes on in a regular kiln fire, so not an extra gilding fire. Sorry, that's not what it's called. Words escaping me at the moment. Just goes on like a regular glaze, but you need like 4 coats minimum to make it that shiny gold. Ooh, it's very nice. Very quick to pick up fingerprints. And texture. So you want to watch that. There's some bumps in here, but I'm not sure what that's from. If that was the texture on the mushroom, or if that was me knocking it, or if it is off-gassing. I am not sure. They were bisques first, and then that was just struggle coat greens. But it's very pretty, very pretty. Look at these two together. So shiny, so shiny. So they are lovely, quite nice. Okay, I am not sure how much juice is in this microphone, so I'm going to hit pause and then do a test to make sure it's still working. Good news, mic is still working. So I've taken the opportunity to take all my stilts and cookies away. Just have this to remove. Now this is the shell that has the glaze combinations that I'm really looking forward to seeing. So I haven't had a peek at that, so my reaction will be genuine. I'm not someone who goes, oh my God, and starts crying or anything like that, but it will be genuine once I've looked down here. So I'm putting this down. Haven't looked. Ready? Ooh. Okay. I'll save the one that I'm with the glazes, and I'll show you 2 cute little ones here. These are 2 little sort of cat dishes. They got a cat roller, and I did them with mirror black because I had a bigger dish that had pumpkins and cats on it, and it got snapped up straight away. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll try these ones. They're really sweet. You lose a bit of the texture, I would say. It was only 2 coats of mirror black from Mayco, and you lose a little bit of texture, but you still see it. So I think it's okay. I'm not sure if I would try one less coat, because one coat comes out brown like there, and you don't want that. You want that bluey black mirror look. They're all right. I hope somebody will like them. I think for Halloween they should come out good. This was a mug. I think this is its 3rd refire. I added honey flux to try and get it to go a little bit more, and the honey flux has added a little bit more of a white sheen to it. That's light flux, I think, the big drips, and the honey flux is everywhere else. It's okay. It's still not great, and this will probably go away until summer. It's got some, did I have it on? I don't know what I had it on, but it's got some sharp little bits. And what do we say about sharp bits? If it looks sharp, don't touch it. So I will not be touching that to see how sharp they are. Oh, look, I've already cut my finger. Not even trying to touch it, but that's the way it is. But I'll hold off on putting a Band-Aid on that until I've shown you this beauty. Another big handmade mug. Oh, I am really pleased with this. Are you ready for this? This, if you like pink and purple, check that out. Isn't she stunning? Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Right. I'm going to get a plaster and get my book so I can tell you exactly what colors were on here. Okay, really happy with how this came out. So what it was I have floating lavender, which is a phase glaze from Amaco, and I have Sunrise, which is a floating glaze from Spectrum. And I thought, they both have floating in the name. I wonder how they will be together. And I think they look amazing. So this was 3 layers of floating lavender, and then this was 3 layers of Sunrise, and they were about a good finger width overlap here in the middle, and then over that middle bit, a little bit of a ziggy-zag, I put Botz Plus, and I think with the drips and how it's gone together, it's amazing. A little bit on the handle there as well. I went a little lighter with the overlap and also the layering because I didn't want to have to do any grinding here. As it is, you can see there's it just started to collect there. So I did a good job. It was just the right number of layers. And then on the inside, I did exactly the same thing, and it is beautiful. Beautiful. If you like these colors, and I like these colors, I think this peach and light purple lavender go really well together. It does highlight maybe some of my imperfections in putting this mug together by hand, but because I can see a few little lines at the bottom, but really, I love it. Oh, and I have something else in the same pattern. Oh yeah, and this was textured. You can see it very faintly there, sort of a chevron pattern, and you can still see that. So I'm really pleased that you can still see that. I decided to pass on because it wasn't very deep, the texture. So I decided to pass on worrying about the texture in the hopes of getting just a nice glaze on there, and I'm really pleased with that. Like, compare these 2 mugs. This one's definitely nicer, if you're asking me. Definitely nicer. Well, both handles are pretty good. I think what I like about this one is it doesn't go above the rim. This one goes above the rim, which is what I usually try and avoid, but that's okay. That's okay. For somebody, it'll be perfect. Nice. Oh, so pleased with that. Okay, let's get these cookies out. I'll pause you. You don't need to watch that. Okay, in this bottom row, there's not much interesting other than the bowl with the same pattern, and then a few little trinket dishes because I did about 3 or 4 of them, and they were really big sellers in the shop where I sell my stuff. You can see it in a short if you want to see where I sell my stuff. I'll link that here. I'll link it here. Hopefully, or maybe here. I don't know if YouTube lets me do it on either side, but we'll see. Yeah, and so I thought I'd make a bunch of them to have ready. I don't need to put them all in at once, but it'll be nice to be able to restock them regularly. So, oof, this is the kiln shelf that just fits. Ooh. Okay, how's it look? Oh, I forgot that was down there too. Cool. Oh, it looks really cool. Wow. Okay. All right. So, first thing, this purple. I did another little mushroom in it. I just dipped this while it was out. Looks good with texture. And it was a little bit hotter down there and it feels a little less dry. So probably the top, like, you can see this one a little bit shinier. Oh, well, maybe you can't see, but I can feel the difference. And this, the top here, it feels a little dry, and this feels quite satiny. So, and I know that the bottom of my kiln is hotter. So this purple glaze likes being hot, at least a cone 6, not just a good cone 5. So good to know. And then I did another experiment with the Pazzler Gold. Ooh, okay, that's ugly, but it's good to know. So I put Pazzler Gold on one side here, and then I put seaweed on this side here. And I think I did, with Pazzler Gold, you need to do 4 or 5 coats, and then seaweed needs 3 or 4 coats. So I kind of lost track of how many I'd done of each of them. But then on this one, I put 1 good coat of gold over top of it. And it's kind of gone off silver. And then I'd done 1 good coat of seaweed over top of this leaf. And it's peeled. But it was actually starting to, when I had done this, it was, the glaze was cracking. It was looking like it was going to flake off. So I think it's crawled as it fired and got hot. So it doesn't matter. This was a test, so it really doesn't matter what it looks like. But crawling, I might have to, someone suggested in our little pottery group, hey pottery girls, hi. Really love the group. I do love it. Sometimes it's hard to keep up though. But someone suggested adding a little bit of CMC gum so that it wouldn't flake off like that. So I might try and get my hands on that. I think my friend has some. And yeah, well, it is what it is. It's fine. Seaweed is a green, isn't it? I'm not sure what I think of it on its own. Like here on this dish, it's like, meh, it's fine. But I know it in combinations is really where it does its lovely stuff. I have also some obsidian that I want to try the Northern Lights with, along with Smoky Merlot and another blue glaze. Not the one that everyone recommends because I'm not buying another glaze, she says. Anyways, I'll pull out these little dishes. I used some stamps on these bunch of flower stamps I got, and they didn't come like this. It's like each of the flowers is separate and the jar is separate, and then I made the little collection there. That is Amaco's Poppy Celadon on it. This is all Poppy Celadon, except on most of these I had put black underglaze. I think from Pazzler, because that just happens to be what I have. I put that on first, let it dry. These little birds are from Relief Pottery Stamps. Really like them. Those are the ones that go well. Oh, there. So let's do a comparison between the two, and you can tell me what you think. I mean, it might be hard to tell here on the camera. But this is the one with black underglaze, and this is the one with just the Celadon. It's hard to see, isn't it? It's nighttime now. I have to use this horrid fluorescent light to try and show you. What do you think? I think this is better, but this is a little bit more eye-catching, so that's fine. Hopefully it'll appeal to both. And then this was a new one that I printed with letter stamps that Relief sent me along with the snowflake ones. And I like this one. I put always face the sun. I thought it was a nice positive message. I don't think I'm going to sell this one. I like this one too much. Yeah. Sort of, it's almost a life motto for me, I would say. Not that I believe in life mottos, but the idea, certainly. Then I have 4 more of these little birdie trays, and I did these with Celadon Bloom, and I do love how these come out with Celadon Bloom. I think I like it more than with the poppy. Look, I think they're really sweet. And again, that was with the Pazzler black underglaze. Almost, it certainly looks blue. I think this was like 2 good coats of Celadon Bloom, and I just tried to make sure the crystals weren't too much over top of any of the stamp impressions. fly high, another fly high, and then one with the flowers. They're sweet. I hope people like them. I think they're a little smaller than the ones I made before, but that's okay. And here's the bowl. Oh my gosh. I am so pleased with it. I painted in the same colors, the Spectrum Sunrise and the Floating Lavender from Amaco. But what I did was I did the Spectrum Sunrise all over, and then I did, oh my God, I had, you know how when you're trying to get things to dry, it was taking forever. And then the Floating Lavender is an extremely thick glaze, especially if it hasn't been mixed recently, because it's one of those, it's thixotropic. If you watch my short on that, you will learn about that. I will link that again in the comments. So I only needed to do one layer of Floating Lavender because it was so thick when I put it on. And then with that, oh, by the way, I threw this. Are we not impressed? I am impressed. My finger's still sore from having done it a week ago, but nonetheless. And then over, what I put was then from the rim down to halfway around on the band, I put more Botz Plus. And oh, it is beautiful. Really happy with that. And then on the inside, similarly beautiful. Oh, stunning. Then on the bottom, I just used, because Poppy is a similar color, I just did 2 coats of that and did underglaze pencil because I couldn't use my stamp because it was not the right consistency when I was trimming it. And that's a little bit rough, but that's okay because this is probably going to stay with me. Oh, I am in love with that. That glaze combo. I'm going to use it so much. I'm going to have to, before I put this video out, I am buying more glaze just in case this takes off the way Frozen Pond did. I don't think it's going to. It's not that impressive. But sometimes when a glaze combination is really popular, it is hard to get a hold of. So I am definitely getting some more of those glazes before I let you guys see about it. Oh, so happy. That's definitely the winner for me. Look at those two. So nice. Even though they're different, they're still really pretty. Oh, really pleased. Really happy. Nice little kiln load with that. Yeah. Tell me what your favorite piece was. And if you say it wasn't those two, I won't believe you. Now, as always, please like, comment, share with a friend if you think they might like this. Do all the good things to let me know that it's worth talking to the camera in my cold garage on a cold October evening. All right? Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it.